Moving on to Tesla, the company reaching its production goal over the weekend, making 5,000 Model 3s in just over a single week. CEO Elon Musk writing, quote, "I think we just became a real car company." That in a congratulatory memo to employees. Roger, they need to sustain this 5,000 car a week pace, of course, to be as profitable as he wants to be and start along that road. How significant is it that he has hit this mark at this point?
Well, John, I think all of these metrics really matter. That we've talked about this before, that the success of Tesla has been in building this magnificent brand. And they've really not demonstrated until very recently even a commitment to becoming a professional manufacturing firm. And manufacturing is really hard. It requires a completely different set of disciplines than the ones that made Tesla successful to this point. To me, 5,000 is an amazing number for them coming from where they've come from. What makes me nervous is I think I read this morning that they eliminated 300 spot welds. So I'm really hopeful that they didn't cut corners, that in fact that the 300 spot welds reflect over-engineering in the past as opposed to corner cutting today.
Hey, Roger, as you well know, there are plenty of short sellers who've been in this name and gotten crushed, always waiting for some sort of catalyst, whether it be their failure to hit the delivery numbers or never getting to free cash flow positive and needing to raise more money. But is it possible that actually becoming a real car company could be the worst thing that happens to this company, to Tesla? Because if you're a real car company and you start getting valued like Ford and GM, well, I don't know what that means for the stock price.
Well, I look at Tesla and go, he has created an army of true believers. And I think as long as he's got that, he's going to have a premium price, because the brand association with this company is not like any other car company I've ever seen. And, if he can combine real manufacturing with that brand, I bet he can sustain a value for at least a while. Again, it's a market, right? And right now, people really, really love what's going on. And I think if you give them an excuse to believe even more, they will.
Ford is trading at 7 times next year's earnings. GM is trading at 6 times next year's earnings.
And Kara, Porsche and BMW are coming out with EV vehicles that are said to be certainly competitive to Tesla.
Yeah, I think that's the issue, is that once it gets into, I don't know what real car company means. I think it seems like a real car to me since I've driven in them. But one of the things that's interesting about this is what happens as you move along with these customers, with servicing, with making sure your current customers are happy. And maintaining the idea that these are reliable vehicles. And I think hitting this number does that, the idea that I ordered a car, I'm going to get a car. But there's an entire life to this that I think is more difficult, which is, if you have a problem with the car, that you feel like this is your car company that does serve your needs. And as you said, other companies are catching up. And I think that's the danger here. It's a big accomplishment to do this. Like, this is not creating a photo app that takes pretty cats. This is a really difficult, and Roger knows about manufacturing for sure. But I think the issues are going to come later when they have servicing, when the customers are happy, they want to buy another car. That's really, I think, and then they deliver the cars they promised. And so it's a really complicated, it's enormously complicated to do what he's doing. And he's been at the factory. It's interesting. He's been in touch with a lot of reporters, including myself, about what he's been doing, and I think it is kind of amazing what's going on, despite all the different controversies around it. So it's a fantastic story.
He's like that classic movie hero who's running while things are blowing up and the ground is crumbling beneath his feet, right? And he manages to grab with his fingers to the right. I mean, it seems like over and over again before the whole thing implodes. He makes the target. He delivers the car. People go, wow, and the price goes up. It certainly is something to watch. And this is real stuff that he's building, like you said. It's not just things that you're pushing around on a screen, which I guess are also real.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.